In this lesson, we'll explore some brand new production features for GPU rendering in VRay Next, including the option to use the bucket sampling method on GPU. Bucket rendering gives us certain advantages, such as better distributed rendering, while also giving us the option to use the Cryptomatte render element on GPU. The Cryptomatte element is a method for efficiently encoding accurate mattes, so that you can have fine-tuned control and compositing without any hassle while taking advantage of GPU rendering. To demonstrate, let's first open up the VRay Settings and make sure the production engine is set to VRay GPU Next so that we're rendering on GPU. Next, let's go to the VRay tab and switch the sampler type from progressive to the new bucket mode. The default settings here for the bucket mode are going to work fine in our case, so let's leave them as they are. Now, in the Performance tab, under the VRay GPU Render Devices Select dropdown, you can also select whether you want to render with a specific GPU, CPU, or both. In my case, I'm going to use my GPU and my CPU with hybrid rendering in order to boost the speed of the render. Next, let's head over to the Render Elements tab, where you'll see that we have already added some of the basic render elements needed for compositing the beauty pass. We've also added the VRay Denoiser element, which is set on the default VRay Denoiser to help us denoise those render elements. Now let's add the VRay Cryptomatte render element to the list too. If we scroll down in the Cryptomatte's properties, you'll notice that we have a few options for the ID type. By default, it is set to node name. This will create masks based on the node names, but we can also mask the objects in the scene using some other ID types as are listed in this dropdown. I'm going to leave this mode set to node name. Okay, now let's go ahead and start our render. You'll see that after the light cache finishes its calculation, the buckets appear from the GPU and CPU to render the image. Okay, after the render is complete, let's double-check the Cryptomatte render element here in the drop-down list. As you can see, the Cryptomatte render element created masks for all of the objects in the scene based on their node names. Now, in order to save all the render elements we have, let's go to the Save button in the frame buffer, hold the mouse on it, and drag it down to see more options. We can save the file as a multi-channel EXR image. This way, we can open it in Photoshop and make final corrections to the different Cryptomatte masks. However, in order to open the multi-channel EXR in Photoshop, we will first need to install a plugin called EXR.io and a script called Auto Layer Masks. You can download both the free plugin and the script from the EXR.io website. Okay, now in Photoshop, let's open the EXR file using the EXR.io plugin. As you can see, all of the EXR's render elements are loaded in without any hassle. Once imported, we can arrange the render elements into groups so we have a better overview of the project. First, I'll start with the main render elements by putting them into a group and call the group Denoised Elements. Now, you'll see that the remaining layers are the Cryptomatte node name ID elements. Let's also put them in a group too, which I'll call Cryptomatte Elements. Next, I'm going to use the Auto Layer Mask script, which will automatically apply all Cryptomatte render elements as masks to our beauty shot. This will make the post-production process even easier. To do that, we will need to select the Cryptomatte Elements group and the main RGB layer. Then, go to File, Scripts, and click on Auto Layer Masks. Alright, now that the script finished applying the Cryptomatte masks to the RGB layer, we can quickly check the newly created layers. From here, you can feel free to modify them using adjustment layers and tweak the final look of your image to your satisfaction. Okay, now you've seen how VRay Next's powerful GPU production features, such as bucket rendering and Cryptomatte support, can simplify your workflow and give you even more flexibility and fine-tuned control in post-production.